In this episode of Bondi Vet,
Hi, I've got everybody.
Kate's got a new man in her life.
It was like love at first sight.
But can this rescue rascal be reformed?
We just can't live like this with you destroying everything in sight.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
Wow.
Poor Lulu has an alarming case of the sniffles.
That isn't just a normal sneeze. That is a full-on experience.
No, you shouldn't be letting them do that.
The form made the first move.
And can Scott resist the charms of two orphaned fawns?
Oh, wow, you stole that. Just
We
one
all know we
drink.
love him, eh?
You make my world a better place.
Come on, there's your girl.
I can depend on you.
Jimmy, we need to have a little bit of a talk about your scratching situation.
In Bondi, Dr. Kate's new housemate is causing havoc.
Hey, don't eat the rug. Ow. Oh my goodness.
3 weeks ago, Kate discovered Jimmy living in a cattery in her hometown of Canberra.
Jimmy is 8.5 and this is Marion. Jimmy was kind of just left here, wasn't he, Marion?
Yeah, he was. His owners moved away and they were unable to take him. And then COVID hit. And so he's been here for nearly a year. Are you going to say hello to everyone?
It was like love at first sight. I knew what kind of cat he was when I got him. I felt like as though the moment I patted him, I thought, this cat's mine. Jimbo, that's what we'll call him. Come on, Jimbo, let's go. We're going back to Sydney.
But back in Bondi, it wasn't long before Jimmy began to show his true colours.
About 2 days after I first got him, he just looked at me in this really strange way that I didn't quite recognise. Don't. And he just went to my face and split my lip open. Oh! And that was the first, I guess, hurdle in our relationship. Ow! Don't! Ow! That really hurt. Now, Jimmy, be nice to Benny.
And it's not just Kate who's feeling harassed. 14-year-old golden retriever Benny is also under siege.
Benny is totally relaxed. He's like totally chill pill. Benny will let everyone step over him. You can do anything to him. But as it happens is Jimmy completely rules the roost. He steals Benny's food. Benny quite often comes into the bedroom and says, oh, I don't have any breakfast. And I'm like, what happened to your breakfast, mate? And then he's like, oh, look, Jimmy stole my breakfast. And of course, Jimmy has stolen his breakfast. You don't own this couch. Benny you need to share. You two, sharing.
And then there's the matter of Kate's new furniture.
Hey, don't eat the rug. Hey, don't eat the rug. Jimmy is a total destroyer. So I went out and I literally bought him like 4 scratching posts. He's got them everywhere. I tried to encourage him to use these scratching posts and he never uses them, ever. We just can't live like this with you destroying everything in sight. And people, no. Dogs, the couch. This is just not gonna work. Like, I don't know actually how to stop this. Come on, mate, this way.
To end Jimmy's reign of terror, Kate's bringing him into the vet hospital for a special treatment.
Hi, I've got everybody. Jimmy and Benny.
Oh, Jimmy, what are you doing?
So I've got this problem with his scratching, but I do have a solution. I don't know how this is gonna go. You know that he gets really stressed. Oh, hey buddy. Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy little. What I'm actually gonna do is put some nail clips on him. It's a bit like having your nails done. He's gonna hate it, but it is gonna be amazing. It doesn't hurt him, it doesn't affect him. It's going to mean that Jimmy can't destroy my furniture, or me, or anybody else for that matter. We're just gonna give Jimmy an anti-anxiety. It's not a sedative, it is just an anti-anxiety. I know Jimmy, he gets really stressed and I don't want to put him through that. There you go. Okay, see ya. Back in your bag. See you later, kid. See you when you're less anxious. But what I've learned about Jimmy is that his anger comes from a place of stress. So when I know that, I feel for him because I know that he's actually anxious. He doesn't mean to be mean. All he wants is for someone to love him and love him unconditionally, and that's me.
An hour later, and it's time to see if Jimmy's ready for his makeover.
Whoa. He's
Do you
a
feel
bit
better?
wobbly. You are feeling better. He's feeling very more floppy than he was. You feeling okay?
The first step is to trim Jimmy's razor-like claws.
He's really relaxed, he's calm, he's definitely not carrying on like a pork chop. Like this, get his claws clipped. I have wanted to do these nail clips for ages. I've seen them on the internet before and I've never had a chance to actually use them before. Jimmy was the perfect candidate. I feel like this black colour is great for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want glitter ones for him.
No.
So this is a first for all of us. We weren't taught this at vet school. This is definitely not a vet school thing. So look at them, they're nice and soft. And there is going to be no furniture scratching.
Oh, look how cute.
But even with his anti-anxiety medication on board, Jimmy's patience with his pedicure is running thin.
He doesn't like me playing with his paws. He's giving me some warning signs saying, you continue and you will get nailed. Don't bite. On borrowed time.
Okay.
We need to be quite quick at getting this last one on because Jimmy is having enough. Jimmy is getting way sick of being here. He's like, I've had enough of this. He was pretty tolerant at the beginning, but towards the end he is starting to lash out and I can start to see his anxiety come through.
Good boy. Good boy.
And on. Look at you with your little black nails. Look at your little, look at these.
Oh, handsome.
Don't like it, do you? Are you okay there? Are you good? Are you good?
Back at home, Jimmy's makeover is having an immediate effect.
Do you feel better about these? Look at them. Don't even bother you at all. It's good, isn't it? I feel like this is going to be way better. Now there's going to be no lip splitting. There is going to be no scratching guests. There is going to be no scratching furniture. And now you've got your own little rug and your own white linen couch. Do you think that's enough? The first thing he did, which was really strange, he ran up to Benny and was like, oh hi, oh hi. And I thought, oh wow, in this crazy secret way, he's also friends with Benny. You guys are getting closer. You guys are gonna have a bromance in no time. No, I know. Doesn't take very long. Don't whack him. He wanted to come home. And when he got home, he thought, okay, this is my home. And that was really lovely. I definitely think that he now accepts that I'm his mum and this is his home, which is great.
Hi, I've got Lulu to see Dr. Chris, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. We'll get Lulu on the scales there, please.
Yeah, sure. Lulu, this way, Alice.
Kim has arrived at the Bondi Clinic, desperate for help for her 2-year-old Labradoodle, Lulu.
She's having these dreadful sneezing attacks 3 or 4 times a day. When I take her for walks, you know, she tires out easily and is quite lethargic. So it's definitely not normal for a young pup. Are you a good girl? Yeah. Why aren't you?
Hello, how you going?
Hello, how are you?
How are you? I'm Chris.
Kim.
Nice to meet you, Kim.
And this is Lulu.
All right, come on through.
All right, darling. It's all right.
I've been told that Kim and Lulu are in here because Lulu has been experiencing a lot of sneezing.
Come on. Hello, Dr. Chris. There we
Now,
go.
normally sneezing isn't a reason to rush into the vet, so there must be something very different about this case.
She has these sneezing fits about 3 or 4 times a day where she'll sneeze for about 15, 20 times and nasal secretions goes flying everywhere.
Yeah. I've got to give Kim some credit here because a lot of people just look at that and see a dog sneezing and think, oh, there's just something in the air that stirred her up. But it seems to me to be something more serious.
And it's only from this nostril. I mean, you can see there's a bit of gunk there now.
And it is almost like she's trying to get something out? Or
Yes, you think something's stuck there.
Good girl. So a nice grey, pinky colour in there, which is normal. We go across to the other side. It looks a little bit more raw. We've also got that whitey discharge coming out of that nostril. The real challenge for me now is trying to work out what is actually happening inside that left nostril that is causing these sneezing fits that are apparently something to behold.
Oh, here we go. Look at this. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was extraordinary. That isn't just a normal sneeze, that is a full-on experience. The one upside is it's given us a sample. It's given us a lot of samples. What I might do is actually
It's all right, darling. It's all right.
get a bit of that
It's all right now.
and put that under the microscope and see what we can find.
Okay.
Chris is hopeful the sample will provide vital clues as to the cause of Lulu's explosive sneezing.
Now I can see the few cells that line the nostril and some pus cells, but that's really about it. So really the cause of all this isn't sitting on this slide.
Because Lulu's sneeze sample is inconclusive, Chris decides a more thorough investigation is needed.
I think the most useful thing for Lulu right now would be to go and have a little camera go up inside her mouth, then do a U-turn and come back down the back of her nose.
Oh, okay.
So what I'd like to do
Those
is
bugs out.
send you up to Sash
Okay.
and get them to perform some endoscopy on her.
Righto.
Right now, you know, she could have a little bit of grass. She could have a solid colony of fungus that's growing in there and irritating her nose. Or the other possibility, which, you know, I have to mention, is something that isn't so nice, which is something like a tumour. I can see Kim's whole demeanour change the moment I mention the fact it could be a tumour, but you have to flag these things. I hope like hell it's not. If Lulu did have something that was slow growing and just occasionally pressing on the inside of her nose, you would see sneezing like this. All right, thanks Kim.
Okay, thank
Good
you.
luck. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital Sash, Labradoodle Lulu is making a dramatic entrance.
All right, darling. All right.
For emergency vet Dr. Dave Collins, it's a noisy demonstration of the 2-year-old's symptoms.
Please.
Shared it with us.
Yeah, that's what she's been doing. You know, she sneezes and almost convulses 20 times. No, this way first. This way.
So we're going to put her through the CT machine and that'll give us a good look at her whole nose, the internal structures from the frontal sinuses to the rest of the nasal cavities.
Mama's going to stay, okay? You're a good girl.
All right, we'll look after her for you.
Thank you.
Come on, Lulu. Good girl.
I know she's in really good hands here and Dave's going to do everything he can to, you know, make her right and hopefully it'll be a good result.
Good girl.
Owner Kim is facing the possibility that her precious girl could have a tumour.
I wish I was there being able to hold a paw for her.
The right-hand side is full of air, which is normal, but this left is completely abnormal and must be giving her a hell of a headache. I'm a bit worried there's a bit of tissue build-up in the back of those sinuses. So we probably need to have a look up there to see if there's a tumour.
To test for any abnormal growths, iodine contrast dye is being injected into Lulu's veins.
As we go to the next study with the contrast, it should tell us whether this tissue is just mucus and discharge or whether there's actually a tumour up there. It's a really abnormal nose. All right, we've found that the fine bony structure of the nose is in really good shape, and if there was a tumour or even a really nasty fungus, they'd be destroyed. So I'm really pleased that cancer's pretty much off the list.
But it's not good news just yet. Dave's now going to insert a small camera into Lulu's nose to search for more clues.
Let's have a look. We'll get that in the back. So the endoscope enables us to have a look behind the back of the soft palate. We're just looking for any kind of foreign body or infection or fungal problems. Nothing up there that shouldn't be up there.
With still no firm answers, Dave now needs to take a tissue sample.
Grab. Good little sample, Linda. Once we get the biopsy results, we should know exactly the best way to treat her and stop that snot and those sneezing fits, which must be just horrible for her. Hi, Kim, how are you?
Hi.
Good news, everything looks pretty good, so I don't think there's a tumour in there.
Oh, thank you.
There's a lot of snot in there, so Lulu's going to have a bit of a headache. All right, Lulu, it's time to go home, darling. How's your nose feeling? Is it all right? Good girl, let's go home. Want to go see Mum? Come on. Where's your mum?
Lulu! Hello, darling. Hello. Hello, baby girl.
It's a happy reunion, but the cause of Lulu's sneezing still isn't clear. So now an anxious Kim will have to wait for the biopsy results.
Okay, darling, let's go home.
To walk into Sneeze Central.
Chris is making an important home visit to see sneezing labradoodle Lulu.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, I've been waiting to see you.
Good to see you, and good to see you, Lulu. It's hard to forget what happened last time I saw Lulu.
Look at my dress.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that local dry cleaners got years of business out of that one episode, but on a serious side, it really showed just how much this was affecting her. How's Lulu?
Look, not much better, although, you know, she looks fine today.
But she still has the occasional sneezing fit.
Today, Chris is delivering the SASH biopsy results and hopefully a solution for Lulu.
Do you want the full Worksburger of a veterinary term?
Yep, sure do.
Lymphocytic plasmacytic rhinitis.
Thought that's what it was.
Yeah, I knew you had money on that.
Yeah.
No, essentially what it is her nose is becoming irritated, and instead of just handling that in the normal way, her body is freaking out and sending in all these cells into her nose, which is making her nose irritated, even more inflamed. And so instead of just a simple sneeze when it becomes irritated, she has those full sneezing fits.
Oh, okay.
Lulu can now start on medication to control her sneezing fits.
Open, Lulu. Good girl.
How about that?
I'm feeling very relieved that it's, you know, it's nothing more serious and it can be treated with these two types of medication.
All right, so we'll talk soon.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll be the last of the sneezing.
Yeah. Yes.
It'll take a couple of weeks for these medications to truly work their magic, but hopefully the next time I see Lulu, it'll all be quiet on the sneezing front.
Really? Over there. Over you go. Yeah. Get it. Get it. Get it.
So Kim, I'm seeing stripes which hide stains
and red, which shows every single stain. So which way is it? Are we better or are we not?
For Labradoodle Lulu, it's been a month since she started medication to control her sneezing.
It's been miraculous.
Great. So the medications work?
Yeah. Honestly, within 2 days, she had cut down to like half of the sneezes.
Yeah.
And within 4 days, they were gone completely.
Wow.
I mean, it's just, like such a relief to me,
So I guess it was just a matter of her own nose realising it didn't need to react the way it was. So I'm relieved for you, but of course I'm even more relieved for Lulu, who doesn't have to go through that ordeal or that experience.
Yes.
So it's all been worth it.
We're all happy, yes. Oh, she's worth it.
You feeling better? What do you think? Happy? Wow. At least it's not snotty.
There are times in life where you meet people truly special, people that you know make a real difference. Pauline Kidner is one of those people. She was one of the original wildlife warriors here in the UK and set up an amazing rescue centre for sick and injured wildlife about 20 years ago. I've known her for years. She's a fantastic lady, and I've always promised that I'd go out and see the great work that she's doing. And I'm excited to say that today is that day.
Hello!
Hey, how are you?
Mwah. Great to see you. So amazing to finally see Secret World. It's gorgeous.
Well, it's not just pretty. We're very, very busy.
Okay, you're putting me to work already?
You're coming here to work.
Gee whiz, you drive a hard bargain. Let's get stuck in.
Over to see Michelle, our vet nurse. Is that okay?
Great, yeah, absolutely.
Because there's lots of stuff coming in.
Outside, Harrison and Philip are just pulling up with an injured tawny owl.
Still awake.
Still a bit chirpy.
Yeah.
The good-hearted lads were attending a call-out to fix some power lines when they nearly ran over the bird lying motionless on the road.
He was still alive. We quite like our animals and things like that, so we thought we'd bring it in.
What was his story? How was he found?
We think he's been hit by a car. We found him in the middle of a road. He's
Okay.
quite dazed at the moment.
Well, I'll take him through and have a good check of him,
All right.
and then obviously see if there's anything that, what we can do and what injuries he has.
All right, lovely.
Thank you.
We should get a little bit of a bonus for that, I think, for rescuing the wildlife as well. So we've done our bit.
So let's hope that it's all good news for this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Brilliant.
it's absolutely stunning. It definitely does look like a road trauma, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see his left eye here is closed. So what we're going to do is just have a quick look in and just make sure there's no prolapse, no hemorrhage. Obviously requires immediate attention, which there's not.
It's just like a black eye, really, isn't
Absolutely.
it? After being hit in the face by a car.
And then we just extend the wings.
It's always great at places like this to find the woman to deal with, and veterinary nurses are pretty strong characters, and Michelle is absolutely one of them, and she pretty much tells us vets what to do.
So if you could just stand a bit more towards me and pop him down, just because I'm a little bit vertically challenged.
Yes, yeah, I'm used to working with the shorter of our community.
Oh, there we go.
Michelle is now using a crop needle to get important fluids deep into the owl's stomach.
In wildlife, euthanasia is never off the cards. There's many times that we've orphan reared, we take animals home, we put our heart and soul into it, and unfortunately, through whatever reason, if they can't be released, have your heart broken, but you just learn to cope with it better.
Good bird, well done.
The tawny owl is now being put into an incubator to recover.
So, Michelle, do you tend to give your patients names?
Sometimes, usually it's to do with their character.
I think this guy's pretty eccentric because he's kind of a bit piratey.
He is.
So
He is.
maybe pirate?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right then, pirate. I noticed no one else really talks to the birds.
No, we try and keep the vocalisation around them to a minimum. It is something that they wouldn't have in the wild, so we try and mimic that as much as possible. So they're not seeing that humans are their friends. It is something that they need to be scared of us to get the best in the wild.
It's not a problem for me at all because birds never want to talk to me anyway.
Well, standing here, I could see that.
Oh, delightful. Normally, as a vet, you're used to giving a huge amount of heart and love and empathy for your patients. In the case of wildlife, you have to fight that instinct. So at every moment dealing with Pirate, I just want to give him a cuddle and talk to him, but I can't. Did you hear that, Pirate? Sorry.
I think currently Pirate probably has a 50-50 chance, so the first 24 hours is going to be a really crucial time for him.
So yeah, the mini block really is for animals that are hands-off.
Scott is paying a visit to Secret World in Somerset. Pauline is the founder of the now famous Wildlife Rescue Centre, and she's decided to allow Scott to meet some of their most beautiful orphans.
Pauline opens the stable door and wow, in front of me is a vision of beauty.
I think fawns are probably one of the hardest orphans to rear, and they just are an animal that literally can die from stress.
They're just exceptionally beautiful animals, and I think that's actually one of their downfalls, is that people see them alone and automatically want to pick them up and give them a cuddle. But in fact, Mum has probably left them there and knows exactly where they are and knows they're safe. But by cuddling them, Mum's almost certainly not going to come back. And that means they find themselves in rescue centres like this.
And that
Whoa.
one,
You're enthusiastic.
That's the two you've got there.
Gee whiz. Whoa.
Right. Over there.
Wow, you're more hungry than my baby son.
Scott will be bottle feeding the two fellow deer, Angus and Devon, but there are strict rules.
From the first moment that I saw the fawns, I was immediately instructed that I could not talk to them. I could not really gain eye contact with them. I just had to feed them and that's it.
Come on.
Hello, wow, you sculled that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Wow.
they're very fast feeders.
Gee. They are beautiful.
That's no, you shouldn't be letting them do that.
You can't kiss me. That is far too forward, I'm afraid. Pauline gives me the evils, and straight away I think, oh God, I've done wrong here. But you know what? The fawn made the first move, and it's pretty nice. Hey, I'll buy you one drink. Just one
We all know we
drink.
love him, don't we? Eh?
I totally respect your restraint because I can just feel from this little animal that it wants me to mother it.
Yes.
It really does.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what we don't want them to know, that they can do that.
The great thing about looking after these fawns in this way is that they actually eventually are going to be released into the wild. What a fantastic vision that must be. So I've definitely signed up for being involved with their release when that does finally happen.
Okay, you know that we weren't allowing you to cuddle anything because it's not what we do.
I know very well, yes.
Well, with this one, you can cuddle her all you like.
Yes, finally a bit of animal cuddle. Fantastic.
Isn't she sweet?
I've been trying to obey orders. I've tried not to cuddle anything. I've tried not to talk to anything. So Pauline goes, you know what? I've been good, and she's going to give me a little surprise just as a thank you. Oh, wow. She is so divine. So, sorry, what was her name?
She's Polly.
So Pauline introduces me to Polly, the red deer. She's absolutely beautiful. She's about 20 years old, and she's actually a pet.
Do you love me, or do you just love bread? Do you love me, or do you just love bread? You're a silly.
She's an animal that has been used to humans all her life, and as much as they tried to put her back with red deer, she wasn't having a bar of it.
Come and have a look and see who her friend is. I think
Yeah.
you might recognise her. If I can... There she is.
You've got an emu that is the most extraordinary pairing I think I've ever seen. A large Australian bird and a massive red deer are mates. All right, well, that's something I've never seen before. Who expects when you're walking into a deer's enclosure that you're going to see an emu? And what was even more amazing was when they were side by side, it looked a little bit like the Australian coat of arms, except for whatever reason, the red kangaroo had morphed into a red deer. But hey, when in England. G'day, mate. Been in England too long.
Lost his accent.
Lost his accent. You've changed. You've changed. Okay, mate, let's have a look at you. Wow, you're looking so much better. That head tilt's resolved, isn't it?
It's time for Scott to head home, but he wants to have one last look at Pirate, the little owl that was run over by a car.
A massive relief to see little Pirate improve dramatically, and he's actually looking out of that sore left eye, so might have to consider a name change. This guy, if all goes well, he'll be flying around in the skies of Britain once more. So yeah, It's fantastic. I love where I work, but being here and working with these dedicated people, I totally understand how they become so passionate about wildlife. They're not earning loads of money, they're doing it because they love the job. Pauline, thank you so much for having me. It's been such a great time here at Secret World.
Thank you for all you've done. It's been great to see you. And I just thought you'd like to see the new member of staff here.
And no one's going to tell me I can't give you kisses. No, they're not. No, they're not.
If you only knew how many things this man has kissed, and you're still doing it.
Exactly. Well, and you're yet another one. Mwah. See you.
Take
Great
care.
to see you.
Hope to see you again.
Bye.
Bye. Ah, there he is, the man himself.
Morning.
Hi
How
again.
are you, Pauline? Good
All right,
to see you.
this is Josie.
Hi, Josie. How are you? So you're the one I have to blame for this ridiculously early morning start?
Well, if it was up to me, it wouldn't be this early.
Normally I'm used to getting up this time in the morning with 3 screaming kids, so actually this is quite calm.
It's 5 in the morning, and Scott is back at Secret World. It's been 6 weeks since he met Angus and Devon, and now they are ready for release.
Okay.
Scott will be going on the journey to release the fawns with their primary carer, Josie. It's her voice only that the fawns have come to recognise and trust,
Hello.
and they will need her reassurance during this stressful transition.
No, I'm a little bit teary. I don't really want them to leave, but they kind of have to. And I know it's what's best for them, you know, and I don't want to hold them back because of my feelings for them. It's all right. Hello. It's okay.
Little Devon was found huddled next to her dead mother after she'd been attacked by dogs. Angus was found in a ditch, alone and starving.
It's quite tense to catch young deer like that. They're still quite nervous.
Come on then, you.
And they've got tiny little legs that can break easily.
Come on then, gorgeous. Look, it's nice and warm and cosy. Devon will follow me. I just know she will. Good girl.
Wow, she was very good about that, wasn't she?
Good girl, Devon.
Now it's your brother to go.
He's a good boy, Angus.
You're right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Angus is quite flighty. He's a lot jumpier than Devon. Devon? If you could grab his back.
Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy. So I'm a bit worried about how he's going to sort of get in the crate. There we go. Good boy.
Well done.
Angus tried to have a bit of a pop at the end with Scott's quick handiwork with the door. We managed to get him in nice and comfortable. Now just really excited to get going. Good boy, Angus.
1, 2, 3.
It's going to be a long 4-hour journey from Somerset to the special release site in Surrey. Pauline is just hoping the fawns will stay calm and safe during the journey.
So you're going to drive the truck,
Yep.
I'm going to drive mine, and we'll reconvene on the road to check them over.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows he's got some precious cargo there and he's going to be careful, but no doubt Josie will be keeping her eye on him.
After the babies. I will. I'll see you later on.
It's always hard when we let animals go because we know that it's not the best of worlds out there, but we've done as much as we can and, you know, hope that they'll be safe now.
Hold on, Angus.
That's a good girl. What a good girl.
After a long 4-hour journey, Scott and Josie are about to arrive at the release site in Surrey with Devon and Angus.
It's a massive relief to have gotten here and that both the deer are safe and are moving on to this very exciting next stage in their life.
This lush private property is the fawns' new home, where they will be introduced to a herd of fellow deer.
Hello, gorgeous boy. Hello. There's a good boy.
Fantastic. How are you feeling?
Brilliant. Yeah, it's really, really good.
It's amazing, isn't it, to see him like that running around already and seems comfortable and...
Yeah, he's really enjoying it, look.
Look at you being all emotional.
I know.
It's like a proud mum.
He's loving it.
He's actually looking at that other deer already.
That's got to be a completely new feeling for him.
Finally back with his own kind.
He'll soon scoff their food.
Just like raiding another kid's lunchbox, do you reckon?
Well, at least you know he'll never starve.
Initially, the fawns will stay in a large pen with food and water. Over time, they will slowly graduate to independence.
Right.
Okay, the last one of your babies.
Hello, darling. You're doing a wee. Lovely.
Very nice.
Come on then, Sita.
Beautiful.
Hello,
See your brother.
gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. There's a good girl. Hey? It's going to be really hard to say goodbye to them and leave them here. It's what's best for them. And I know that, but it is really difficult. Are you a good girl? And it's a really emotional time for me, as well as it is for them, I'm sure.
Josie is not the only one struggling with the separation. Unlike Angus, Devon is still looking for reassurance.
Please don't beat me up.
Before she takes her first steps towards a new life.
I'm really happy with where they are and how they're going to be, and that's just what I've got to remember when I want to take them home with me. Where is he, Devon? There he is. Just overjoyed, absolutely overjoyed. And it's just lovely to know that they're going to be happy here. I'm also a little bit nervous for what world awaits them, but they've had the best start. We can't do any more, so I just wish them the best of luck.
Well done. That's fantastic.
G'day guys, welcome to the Australian Reptile Park. I'm Brandon, this is our beautiful little Sydney female funnel web spider, and I tell you everything I know about funnel web spiders in 30 seconds. Are you ready? Let's go. This is Sydney funnel web spider, one of the deadliest spiders on the face of the earth. When they decide to lay a clutch of egg, they lay 146 little eggs into one big sack. Once they hatch out of the sack, they're completely ground-dwelling, terrestrial. Go find a little log to sit under, and then they start to grow and develop. What are they going to eat? They're going to eat insects in the forest growth. And once they start to build up size, this is how big they're going to get. She's about twice as big as the male, but he's 6 times more toxic. That's the one that's going to put you in hospital. In fact, right up until 1981, we had 13 deaths here in Australia. After 1981, we've actually managed to cut out all deaths. Our anti-venom program has saved every single life since. Whew, that's all we can do for today. I'm going to have to leave it right there. You can see just how excited she was. That was epic, and we'll see you next time on 30 Seconds with Brandon.